And a very good Thursday evening. Welcome back to another edition of First Alert Weather Extra. Chief Meteorologist Wade Hampton is off today and tomorrow, which means, yeah, you're stuck with me here, at least for the next couple of afternoons and evenings. But at least we have a really nice afternoon we're getting to enjoy right now. It's nice and comfortable, not a whole lot of humidity. Enjoy that because our pattern begins to turn a bit more unsettled tomorrow into Saturday. Hopefully a bit more settled as we get rain out of here for Sunday. But again, that's definitely a bit more up in the air at this point. But no doubt about it, a beautiful one outside right now. And yes, we'll get into the weekend forecast, including on Mother's Day, in just a couple of minutes. But you can see some of the clouds out there on our various sky cams, including over in DeRidder. The clouds have held temperatures in check today down to 73 degrees, 75 in South Lake Charles. So that's part of the reason why things have been, well, really comfortable out so far today. Temperature-wise, you can see a lot of 70s on the map here, including 77 degrees in Lake Charles, 79 over into Sulphur is the warmest spot. Over into Oakdale, we are sitting at 75 degrees. So everybody into the 70s, northerly winds keeping the air dry and keeping those temperatures pretty uniform out there so far today. So, and again, enjoy the rest of the evening because we will continue to have this really comfortable weather in place. You can make out some of the clouds across the region on the satellite and radar here. You will notice over into Texas, which shows up as some rain and some light showers over into eastern parts of Texas so far this late afternoon. And to be honest, it's possible that not all of that is reaching the ground because the air is still drier. So some of that, which shows up as rain on the radar, we may have raindrops falling down and actually evaporating before reaching the surface. That would be called virga. That's the meteorological term behind it. And even still, even if some of that were to reach the ground, that is not heading in our direction. But if we zoom out even more, you'll notice even more cloud cover off to the west over into Texas. And this is a pretty good sign of that stalled frontal boundary that we still have. If you take a look here and let me see if I can draw it on the screen. Yeah, here it is. So we still, oops, well, that's actually, that's a little bit farther away from where the front is. We still have the cold front that moved on through, more draped across the immediate coast like this. So it really has not moved a whole lot so far today. It moved through last night. It brought the cooler and the drier weather, but that front has stalled out now. And we still have clouds riding along that front, some more clouds over into southern portions of Texas. And as that front lifts back to the north tomorrow, that's the reason why we're going to see that moisture level increase again. And yes, that will bring the chance of at least some scattered showers and thunderstorms. But again, for this evening though, no problems out there. So maybe you're on the way out or will be out on the way soon to dinner plans, getting together with some family or friends, or maybe just heading back home and enjoying a nice relaxing Thursday evening. Again, no weather issues as temperatures drop on down into the 70s and eventually the mid 60s tomorrow morning. Then we start the morning tomorrow, and this is where we start to get, again, a bit of a pattern change. A couple upper level disturbances will try to move into the region and southwest Louisiana. And it's possible tomorrow morning we could have some scattered showers and maybe even a few downpours out there for the morning commute. This is about 7 o'clock in the morning. And this model and a couple of others, well, they do show at least some chances for showers and a few downpours during the morning hours. Overall, I still think there will be some breaks in the rain. And not everybody will get rain for the morning commute, but just I want to give you the first alert that yes, at least some showers are a possibility as we start the day and head out the door. Now, I will admit the rest of the forecast through the afternoon tomorrow and really through Saturday is still pretty uncertain. And full disclosure, that part of the forecast is actually more uncertain than the forecast for the middle of next week. So that just gives you an idea of some of the uncertainties we still unfortunately have lingering in the forecast. But we are going to see still some upper level disturbances that move across the area tomorrow. And that could still be enough to spark some showers and thunderstorms during the afternoon. You can see it on the model here, some storms trying to fire up just west of our area over towards Lafayette and into Acadiana and the Atchafalaya Basin. while they're not directly over southwest Louisiana on the model, it would not take that much for those showers and storms instead to take place over our own viewing area directly. So again, I still want to stress that there should be plenty of breaks in any rainfall tomorrow. We're not looking at really an all-day rainfall event, so to speak here. But if you have any outdoor plans or outdoor work that you have to do, I would still make sure that you keep a watchful eye on the sky and the radar with some pop-up showers and storms possible at various points during the day, possibly even into the early evening hours as well. Again, at least through the evening, though, not looking like an all-day rainfall event. Where I think we will have a better chance of widespread showers and storms if models correct, and well, yeah, that is a gigantic if in the forecast. I do think we will see that potential during the overnight hours and towards sunrise on Saturday. In fact, this is an extension of that same featurecast model that we like to show, and other models do kind of suggest the same idea here, where we could see a complex of storms try to form west into Texas overnight, or at least late Friday night, and then move towards southwest Louisiana into Saturday morning. And you can see that here, a pretty good coverage of showers and even some embedded thunderstorms during the pre-dawn hours Saturday, and even after sunrise for a little bit with some of those showers and storms around. Let me go back and loop through the model once again. And you can see that here, again, storms that form off to the west Friday night and then move into our area. Models seem to be in decent agreement on this part of the forecast, and it's actually entirely possible that this is the most widespread rain we see over the weekend if we do see disturbances play out that way. Of course, though, models really, or for the most part, they don't tend to handle these setups well until we get about 12 hours or so ahead of time. So there, again, it's still some lingering uncertainty in the forecast. I really don't like using that word unless I absolutely have to. But yes, it's still a few things that we have to iron out as we head into Saturday morning, when we could see some of those showers and thunderstorms around. Now, on to some better news. If we do see widespread rain Saturday morning, that means the afternoon may actually turn out to be better with not as much rain around, more opportunities to head outdoors. So this is the scenario that we're actually going to root for. Hopefully we do see a better coverage of rain Saturday morning, so we get some much needed rainfall, but also opportunities to head outdoors during the afternoon on Saturday with maybe just a couple pop-up showers or storms by the evening hours. That would for sure be the better case scenario as we head into this weekend. So the bottom line tomorrow and into Saturday. Yes, we are likely to see scattered showers and storms at some point during the day. Unfortunately, it is pretty tricky to pinpoint when exactly specific locations could see rain. I think the better chances will be tomorrow during the morning hours and into the later afternoon tomorrow, and then again on Saturday morning. Those seem to be the time frames are most likely to have rain around. Again, not talking about all-day rain events, but still, if you have any outdoor plans this weekend, of course, it's Mother's Day weekend. You want to spend some quality time with mom and your families and your friends. Right now, it doesn't look like it's worth canceling outdoor plans. And as we get into tomorrow, of course, we'll have a better idea of how things play out once we see where storms actually develop. But right now, for tomorrow and into Saturday, I don't think it's worth canceling outdoor plans, but I would make sure at the very least you have that way to head indoors if rain heads your way and you're outside, or at least an indoor alternative to any plans that you have outdoors over the weekend. So again, maybe if you want to have a barbecue with your mom and family and friends on Sunday or Saturday, no matter which day this weekend, again, just have that way of heading inside if rain does head your way. So right now we're still going with that 40% rain chance tomorrow into Saturday, meaning a scattered coverage of showers and storms that could be a little bit more widespread at times during the day. But overall, in a general sense of the word here, again, we're not expecting rain to take place all day at every location here in southwest Louisiana. So hopefully we still have that chance to get outside and enjoy some time outdoors during the weekend. And if any of our luck holds, there are signs that as we head into Sunday for for Mother's Day, starting to get my holidays mixed up. Sorry, moms out there. But if you are trying to head outdoors on Mother's Day on Sunday, indications are that we may finally start to get some of this rain out of here, and hopefully we end up a little bit drier by then. Rainfall totals for the next 2 to 3 days here. Again, pretty variable, and as we head forward in time here, this is about Sunday morning. So from now to Sunday morning, this is the model's projection of rainfall totals. Pretty variable, as you can see. I think the overall idea is correct here, where we probably see about a ½ inch to an inch or so of rain on average across the area. Now, obviously those numbers on the model, they'll never really be 100% accurate. If you're trying to get that granular and, of course, forecast specific rainfall totals for one spot on the map, it's really like throwing darts on a map. They'll change with every update on the model, but overall, I still think that ½ inch to inch of rain on average is likely. If we do get some locally heavier rain over southwest Louisiana, some spots could have a couple inches of rain or more. The model shows that happening actually northeast of Alexandria, but again, that's very close to our own viewing area. So if models are off by about 25 to 50 miles, sure, some of those heavier totals still could end up over our own area heading into the weekend, which is why I want to stress, even though we're not expecting rain to take place all day at every point of the day during the weekend, I still want you to have at least that indoor alternative to outdoor plans, or again, at least a way that you can head indoors quickly if storms head your way. So this is a larger scale weather map. Again, disturbances continuing to ride across that jet stream. The front is out of here. And hopefully, if the timing of models and those disturbances are right and they don't change, by Sunday during the afternoon, hopefully we get most of that rain out of here, so we still have more opportunities to enjoy time outside with for Mother's Day on Sunday. And then that cold front, that's what we've been tracking for the next couple of days here. It begins to move through on Monday, and once that moves on through, we're finally back to definitely a drier pattern as we head into the early and middle part of next week, which is why a few minutes ago I said that we have more certainty in the forecast for next Tuesday and Wednesday than the next 24 hours. It's definitely unusual that things work out that way, but unfortunately, that's just the way things are. These disturbances moving across the area for the next couple of days, the nature of the beast here is they can pretty much produce scattered showers and storms at any point during the day, and we'll just need to keep an eye to the sky when we're outdoors. But behind that front, we cool down a little bit. I don't think our temperature change will be as dramatic as what it was with the last cold front, but probably down into the low 60s or even upper 50s, Vernon, Beauregard, and Allen Parish by Tuesday morning next week. So we'll definitely enjoy these fronts because, of course, it's May and we'll get fewer and fewer fronts from here on out. Marine forecast tomorrow, easterly wind 10 to 15 knots, so a bit choppy out on the waters, especially the Gulf, 2 to 3 footers likely. Overall, nothing that looks too rough, but again, definitely not a smooth day either. Tide times tomorrow, Lake Charles, 4:14 p.m. in the afternoon is high tide. 7:30 in the morning is low tide in Cameron. Low tide is tomorrow morning, 1:45 a.m. High tide is at 11:12 a.m. Outdoor forecast, sunrise, sunset times. Sunrise is 6:23 a.m. Sunset is now at 7:55 p.m., so still inching closer and closer to that 8 o'clock hour. Another sign we're getting closer to summer. So to wrap things up here, again, we're tracking scattered showers and storms possible pretty much at any point of the day, certainly tomorrow and through Saturday morning. Hopefully the afternoon Saturday and Sunday look a bit drier, but that's something that we'll really not have a better idea of as we head into tomorrow. So just keep that umbrella handy, certainly tomorrow and probably Saturday morning as well. We'll be here to track any showers and storms. Temperatures a bit cooler tomorrow. Cloud cover holding us into the 70s. Warmer ahead of that cold front on Sunday. So even with the chance of at least a few morning showers around on Mother's Day, still tracking temperatures in the mid-80s, and then we cool it down a little bit behind the cold front next week. But that wraps things up for this edition of First Alert Weather Extra. I'll be back on TV at 6 o'clock with the latest forecast. Jacob will be here tomorrow morning for sunrise and for the morning edition of First Alert Weather Extra. We will see you then.